Hello and welcome to Speak Easy Unfiltered. Today I'm joined by my co-hosts hypocrisy, Raining Death 909, and myself, hyperbrother_1. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the new year. I also didn't take down the fucking tree. I just noticed that, or I just remembered that.
That tree's gonna live there.
No,
Yes.
no, it'll be taken down. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I promise. Probably, maybe.
So this tree is going to be here all the way until next Christmas.
Christmas in July, got it.
No. It's the Halloween tree, first of all, originally. So, but yeah, no, it's not going to be here
Yeah.
till Halloween. It's going to go back down because that little right. Mark me
YouTube algorithm, no.
right. So anyway, we've all been sitting here talking about different things. So yeah, let's just keep on rolling.
We were talking about the social media platforms that are trying to take over Twitter.
Or become the new Twitter.
Become the new
Yeah.
Twitter. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the exodus from Twitter, and I think I think in recent days it's only going to be accelerating.
I mean, it's been going on since Musk took over.
Well,
Realistically,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was the big exodus last month, with I think Blue Sky was gaining like a couple 100,000 accounts every day at least.
I think that one
Or a
was
million.
based on the AI thing, right? The fact that you can be used to train AI on Twitter or whatever without your choice.
So that was part of it for sure. I know tons of artists left because they didn't want their art stolen and fucking pushed into Grok.
No,
What a fucking stupid name, Grok.
I don't even know what that's in reference to. I
That's
feel like
the-
I do, but I
That's the
don't.
Twitter AI that
No, I know, but that's a
is-
reference to something. It
I'm
has
sure.
to be.
It's just such a dumb name.
Oh,
my opinion.
welcome to X. X is a fucking dumb name.
The
X would have been a
yeah.
great porn site, but not a good fucking social media site. Even if it's a porn social media site, shit, that would be fine. Become
Yeah.
the new OnlyFans. Like,
As we
be
get
better.
by the algorithm again.
Right.
What?
Yeah, talking about adult content and such.
Yeah, but you can talk about OnlyFans, I think.
Oh, you could talk about it, but we're in the first like minute.
No, we're not.
2 minutes, whatever. Anyways, so I think we recently saw what with the whole H1B fight that we talked about.
Yeah.
There was that huge exodus of people the blue checks who were getting their accounts banned and such. So I'm sure those folks will be moving on happily to, I'm sure,
And that is the sound of us getting food.
to Rumble and whatnot.
Right.
So I mean, it's just the exodus will just continue to happen.
It's interesting. People that, everyone was thinking for a while that Twitter was going to be a platform for free speech. And then whenever everybody disagrees, all of a sudden they just start disappearing. Oh, no.
Turns out the free speech absolutist is not as free speech minded.
It's free unless you're going against him.
Exactly.
Wow.
Conform,
We don't use Twitter, so.
conform
don't
your
have a Twitter
opinions
account.
or don't.
I feel like a lot of people are probably just going to stick around on X just because they know the platform. They've been on it for so long. It's
Well,
hard to move.
Yeah, it's also like you have followings there.
Yeah.
It's hard to. That's
Yeah.
the other problem with splitting off is like growing followings and all the other
Yeah.
platforms. Like it's like why Twitch, like nobody will beat Twitch because Twitch has been Twitch since Twitch has been existent.
And-
Same with YouTube. Nobody's really going to beat YouTube unless you're like in China or Japan. Like Japan has Line, which we
Right.
don't use here, and then China has whatever their version is, like Bilibili. I think.
Yeah, Billy is the big Chinese YouTube site there.
It's kind of funny thinking about it though. Anytime something happens where like there's a chance of like a platform basically deleting itself, like we have like 3 or 4 more pop up. It's happening with X. It's happening with like when OnlyFans did the whole thing where they wanted to get rid of the 18+ content. That's when Fansly, I
Fansly.
think, another
Yeah.
website popped up.
Yeah.
I mean that's what has to. I mean that's what happens. I mean, if the whole point. I mean, like what with fucking. I mean, going back to the day when Tumblr decided to say, "Hey, we're not going to do porn anymore," and what do you know?
Oh
they
yeah,
died.
Tumblr fucking
like that.
died.
So I'm like,
But that's because they committed to it. So like
Yeah.
all these other platforms talked about it. Like household. So OnlyFans is arguably a household name for obviously OnlyFans girls, like the memes, all that stuff. Sexual content. Even if it's not originally designed for that. Neither is Fansly. The whole point was to do fans and connecting and stuff like that. That's just what it became to be, though.
I
And
mean,
so like
Fansly's like entire reason for being created was because of like OnlyFans saying no more 18+ content though.
right, but OnlyFans would have died from that. Like OnlyFans still has some fan stuff, but like OnlyFans is known as like the creators like Pornhub social thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's what it's just.
Essentially.
That's what it is.
And I mean, it makes money too, hands over fist.
That's the thing is they would die because they would lose all their money.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there are some that will
I mean, you
just.
can-
like, if you're not going for the 18 plus content, I feel like most people would just use like Patreon or some shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Patreon is definitely a bigger household name for if you're not doing 18 plus content.
Yeah, it's like if you're like, why would any, like OnlyFans would not exist without the 18 plus content? Everybody would just use Patreon.
Yeah, maybe. Well, so Patreon also did the thing where they were fucking up too. Like, you know.
Yeah, and
weren't
they
giving-
still are.
Yeah, exactly. So like all these platforms, you know, keep just like muscling in on people's money,
So-
which is
Yeah, so
annoying.
they still let you post 18 plus content on Patreon, but you can't have it in the preview pictures.
Not only that, you can't have I mean, some people might get around it, but you're not allowed to have actual nudity,
In
like the images and shit. God damn
you
it!
know what I'm saying? Like you can't like show it. You have to crop it and whatnot. You can still like you can still attach the content to the post or whatever, but you just can't have it showing as a preview picture or a banner. And even the banners, I was seeing one of the artists I was watching. I don't think this is incredibly explicit. It's just a bunch of shirtless guys, and they fucking Patreon's like, nope, can't have it.
Can't have male nipple. It's the same thing with the.
Apparently,
It's the meme about the Facebook algorithm where the Facebook like autoban system was doing that shit. So like, you know, if you censor nipples, it doesn't pick it up. Like you can have like full nudity on Twitter as long as you say, or not Twitter, on Facebook, which is very against it, by the way. You just gotta censor the nipples. Same thing on dudes. Like, yeah, dude nipples will set it off, even though like dude nipples are technically non-sexual. I mean, they're also just dude nipples just exist for no reason.
They're non-functional.
Right.
yeah,
I mean, some men lactate. That's it's kind of weird.
that is a thing.
But yeah,
I mean,
the uncensored male nipple.
right. Well, speaking of social media and such, I really would want to talk about the whole Meta AI thing with the AI accounts that Meta has tried to put out there.
All right, I'm gonna let you spin that up, and I'm gonna go grab the food.
All right. So yeah, in the past. Gotcha. So yeah, in the past couple days, Meta has decided to come out with a couple of AI accounts created by Meta, and they're saying, and I think they're also doing this on Instagram as well. So this will be the future of the internet, folks. Just bot AI accounts following and replying with bot AI responses, and
Man, just the AI tools now would probably be a great thing just for like trying to get like a following on Twitter and shit.
I mean, botting is already a thing.
Yeah,
So I mean, I guess that could be a premium service,
right.
because I mean then you'd get engagement and other things, which would be good for your account and your for the algorithm to help push your account. But that's a bad future that we don't want.
I mean, currently, it's like I doubt many of those accounts are actually piloted by the actual people behind them. Like, sure, they might check in on them occasionally, but most of it's managers.
Yeah. So oh yeah, they do look really nice. The quad, was it five? Was it?
I think it's no, it was
Yeah, the cinco leches cakes. I've never had more than tres leches. So
I didn't even know that there was such a fucking thing.
right. So I suppose we'll see how those are. They're strawberry as well. But yeah, so this they're actually kind of ridiculous. It's funny. Their own AI is freaking sassing them for what they've produced. Because one of the accounts that they showed two accounts off, which was Grandpa Brian, which was an older black gentleman, and they showed off Liv, who is I believe, what did they call her exactly? Yes, a proud black queer mama of two and a truth teller. So this is a queer black woman, mama of two, AI, which I feel crosses a lot of boundaries.
That is a lot of pandering.
I don't even, yeah, pandering.
Like they looked at the list of things that they could check off and just try to check off as many of them as possible.
I guess so. And I mean, I think that whole, I mean, AI accounts have, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard. I'm trying to think about they think that they can just do this,
Yeah.
and that this is just going to be okay.
Yep.
When they're trying to break into these communities and such, and make I there we go. It's making a mockery of them.
Yeah.
It's making a mockery of black people, queer people, their fucking parents. I mean, honestly, trying to do this and push this out is truly just not okay.
I mean, it's kind of like the whole thing that I see, like with some of the Marvel films, where they have those feminist moments, and it's just like, this just feels so fucking pandering.
And it's one thing to have those be a natural part of it, because I mean, you can have female empowerment in a movie,
Yeah.
and it's a natural progression and flow of it. You can't, but if you try and shoehorn it in,
It's almost like we had Alien and Ripley and Alien. She was an amazing female lead. Same with Sarah Connor.
It's when they they like, and like in the movie they point at it, and it's like, look what we did. It's just like, really?
Because I mean, there's a whole ethos in movies is, the show don't tell.
Yeah.
Show someone what's going on. Show them the actions of the character and what they've done, and the empowerment, etc. Just telling someone X, Y, and Z just comes off as preachy.
I wonder if you get that same feel for like because they have like the Chinese versions of the Marvel films. I wonder if they do that, like, very front-handed Chinese pandering in those.
Well, I mean, Hollywood has been pandering to China for quite a while now because they know it's a big market.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of things that they censor out for China are just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And they add whole fucking scenes for them for them too.
Whole scenes are just cut whole, important scenes.
Yeah.
But back to this whole AI thing, it's kind of funny. So there was some questions asked to this AI. Like one of them was like, "Hey, what's my creator team?" And like the AI is like, "Yeah, my whole creator team was 12 people, of 10 men, 10 white men, 1 white woman, and 1 Asian man." So even they're fucking roasting their own creators to be like, 0 black creators. Pretty glaring decision given my identity.
It's like even the AI knows that they fucked up.
Yeah. It's like, how do you expect to improve if your creator team doesn't hire black people? And it's like, a team without black creators is like designing a black character is like me trying to draw a map without, walking the land, inaccurate and disrespectful. They need to hire black talent ASAP, otherwise I'm just a superficial representation.
I mean, also thinking about it, when it's I feel like they would stick too much to like stereotypes and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like, I mean, fucking 10 white men, a white woman, and an Asian man are never going to understand the lived life, experiences of a black woman.
No. I mean, not even a black man would know that much of their trials and tribulations.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you want to get, someone's point of view, you actually have to have those people in the room.
Yeah. It's not like they don't have the budget for it.
No, absolutely.
Hell, there's probably like plenty of black women out there that would do it for free.
Yeah. Or I mean, this is Meta. They don't need to do it for free. Meta can fucking pay people. They're one of the richest companies on this goddamn planet. They can pay to hire people to get a diversity of thought and opinion.
How much you want to bet that this AI is based off of a lot? Like, they just took the data from like black female accounts, and then they just jammed all that information into this AI.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, all of these AIs, I mean, they have access to reams and reams of data.
Yeah.
Of, people's posts and chat messages. Who knows if Meta is pulling data from chat messages? I think it's all encrypted, right? Facebook messaging. So they may not be pulling from that, but
I
still.
have no idea if it's encrypted or not. I doubt it. For some reason, I doubt it.
Coupled with their public scraping of information, it wouldn't surprise me if they did do so, which I mean would kind of lead to this AI as it is calling them out.
Fair.
But Still, diversity of thought and opinion in tech is important. And I know DEI, oh, I said the scary word, is a controversial subject to some people, but realistically, it's important.
It's good when it's done right, but most companies don't do it right. At least public.
I think that's just the public perception of it, but I think the public perception is wrong. It's actually kind of funny because recently Costco came out because it's a bunch of these. It's the thing is the whole pushback against DEI. It's a bunch of fucking right wingers who, are shareholders. So they'll come out and be like, "Hey, we think this is bringing down shareholder price or value, whatever. So you should take it out." And then and then the thing is, companies respond to it because they see the public backlash or the comments.
Yeah.
Even though it's a small group, but it's a vocal minority. So then they see them and like, okay, we'll make the changes. And then they back down and it makes them look weak because then they know that if, they'll bend to that, they'll bend to a lot of other things.
It's like most of the people that have a problem with the DEI stuff is just like how heavy-handed it is usually.
But I don't even think it even is heavy-handed. I mean, what?
Depends on where you're looking because like the main complaints with Disney right now.
Does Disney even have a lot of fucking DEI?
I mean, I haven't watched their recent films, but I've seen clips and it's reasonably bad.
I mean, I guess, but like in a company, like if you're in a Fortune 500 company, like I'll have experience in Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin has, DEI. They have a lot of that, and I was like, but it's like you need different opinions, you need different ideas, you need different thoughts. I mean, that's how you make a company successful. If all you have in your management, in your boards, of your team members, if it's all fucking white men and Asian men, you're not gonna know, how to effectively speak to different communities of Hispanics or blacks, etc. You have to have people in power who understand, what it took to get there, in my opinion, to be able to make systematic changes to improve things. Because that's the thing. I mean, people come from all walks of life, etc., and they have different ideas. And I think that's what companies. I don't think it's a bad thing that companies try and promote some diversity of thought.
No, it's not. It's like the main consensus from the internet from what I've seen is that they don't have a problem with the idea of it. It's just like how poorly it's been.
Well, that's the thing. These people have no idea how it's actually implemented. They see the statements or they'll see something about it, but they don't. These people aren't actually in these companies.
No, I'm talking about like
we're talking about
video games,
Hollywood
and movies,
such,
and
but
shit.
I mean like.
I doubt they have any issues like what's going on.
Well,
like,
they do.
The companies
They do. They're targeting like they targeted again. They targeted Costco. They targeted a bunch of other different companies. I mean,
I haven't seen any of that. I would disagree with those people if they're just talking about like having people on boards and shit.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's what I see whenever these people get targeted for quote unquote DEI or whatever.
The only problem that I'd say with DEI is similar to the college thing, where when you have like forced inclusion, or when you have spots on teams taken up by people with no experience in the sort of topic just because they're a race or whatever, race, creed, all that.
Yeah, because they need to they need the hiring numbers or whatever.
Yeah, the quota or whatever.
Yep.
That's where I think it's destructive.
Oh yeah.
I can definitely see that being harmful if you don't have qualified people, in place, and you're having to lower standards.
Right. Also, it goes back to something you were saying that I heard while I was walking around. A lot of the DEI, I think, hires normally aren't in like positions of reasonable power, so to speak. I think they're usually like lower end, kind of like ground floor. They do the work type stuff. It's a little different.
So it actually does. It does. It does matter. Like with the whole there recently was what was that the feed store?
The feed store. What?
The farmers feed store right next to Home Depot.
Tractor Supply.
Yeah, thank you, Tractor Supply.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Man, there's a large community on the internet that would be very disappointed in you, David, for not cracking that right in front of the mic.
I don't know, I could still hear it through the fucking
Right,
mics.
I could hear it.
It was loud still.
Yeah. So like they talked about how, they have, I think like 15% of their managers are black. And like they talk about how, they're trying to increase representation in management, etc. of races and such
Yeah.
kind of thing. And they've walked that back because again the pushback, because again it's people targeting these companies because they know if they fucking make a little fuss about it, these companies will bend.
Yeah, but what is Tractor Supply's core demographic is the problem.
There's quite a lot of black farmers and such. So I mean, it's not
There is, but I'd willing, I'd be willing to put good money that it's mostly white people, mostly
definitely.
white conservative Republicans.
probably, yeah.
That's why I'm
I
like,
won't dispute that statement.
and as much as I like to like disagree with him, we have seen the effect of whenever, I guess, what is it, right wing stuff targets people, like whenever the right wing agenda targeted, was it Budweiser for the gay flag can
yeah.
thing?
Yeah, which was again a ridiculous thing.
That was so fucking stupid.
I agree.
It's like
It
they
didn't
make-
change your shitty piss poor beer, but whatever.
And that's the thing too. Is like these people are like, I'm never going to drink Bud Light again, blah blah blah, whatever, etc. But then they're just going to go drink another. They just go for another beer from fucking Anheuser-Busch. It's like these people don't have principles.
No.
Like if it would be one thing if they're like, I'm not going to drink any Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch beers.
Well, they
whatsoever.
probably didn't know. Also, the problem is Anheuser-Busch
Even when
owns
they're
too
told,
many.
they still exactly.
People
I mean,
don't
like,
do
if
research.
they were actually principled, if their actual stance was actually principled, then they'd be like, I'm going to see what all Anheuser-Busch owns, and I'm not going to drink any of them. But they don't do that.
Yeah, but that assumes they know that.
It's performative outrage.
Yes and no. I still think it's because most people don't know that Anheuser-Busch owns all of them.
We have access to the world's fucking information right here in our hands. Everybody on this fucking country has a goddamn smartphone.
First of all, not true. Second of all,
Most people do.
that requires people to look. And they don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they could. The information is here. The question could be
Listen,
asked,
we
what
could be
beer
out
is
of jobs because people could do
Anheuser-Busch?
our jobs, but they don't because they don't know and they don't look for stuff. You know the people we all work with and we've worked with in the past. People don't know. People don't look. People don't even
I
try.
know, and it frustrates me because, like, again,
The general populace is fucking.
if I was going to be like, hey, I'm not going to say eat any Nestle products. Nestle is a company with tons of complications and a bunch of problems.
First of all, you're fucked because that's a lot of
That's what
stuff.
I'm saying. It's like, but I mean, if I was going to do that, now if I was going to be principled about that, there's literal apps that are like, hey, you can scan this and be like, is it Nestle or not? So then I'd be like, okay, then I'd like build a list of like, here's, good products I can go. That's the thing. Like, if I'm going to do a stance and stand by it, I'm going to do some fucking research to be like, okay, I'm going to avoid Nestle products.
Again, that's you. That's not the normal person. Also, the other problem is, like, these companies own too much, do too much, and it's really hard to avoid them. Like, yeah, you can avoid, like, Nestle chocolate specifically. Like, say, somebody from, I don't know, let's say Crunch Incorporate, whoever, the company behind Crunch came out and was like, meh, fucking, screw the guys or whatever. They're still owned by Nestle. And so, like, to boycott them properly, Nestle owns way too many things. Like, you'd have to go without a lot of stuff. And some of that's also dependent on, I thought I gave you that. Did I not? No, I didn't need that one. You need both. It's got juice. Anyway, so, there's certain things. It's not necessarily about the full, what was the word he used? I can't remember what he was saying. But basically the intent behind it. Sometimes there's some things you don't want to or can't give up, for your ideals. And there's other things you can. So, it still hurts them to stop buying most of the products, but there's some products like you can't live without or you really like, that sort of thing. And it's not a very good principle. That was what I was looking for. It doesn't necessarily, hurt your principles. It's just like how far, what you're willing to do for it.
Man, imagine somebody trying to boycott fucking like BlackRock.
It'd be damn impossible. Because BlackRock owns everything.
Exactly. I made an account on the Blue Sky and I already got a follow. The fuck?
Oh, nice.
Follow me.
It's probably bought.
Possibly.
with one tweet from 2 days ago.
How are the bots on there, by the way?
I'm not really quite sure.
Hmm.
Haven't really looked into it.
Well, seeing that a bot account found me fucking immediately and is already following me.
Right? I mean, I get like a couple followers at least, every week kind of thing. I'm up to like,
So yeah, it's a lot of bots then.
yeah, probably, yeah.
I've actually gotten less bots on a lot less bots lately on Twitter.
They are actually apparently like trying to stop bots, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, I get the occasional message request, but they're not like following me rampantly anymore.
Oh, that's good.
I want more bots to follow me though.
Like our website.
Number must go up.
Exactly. Got to get better statistics on that.
I mean, shit. With our combined followers, who knows? We might be able to get a sponsorship for this podcast someday.
Maybe one day.
Like 80% of them will be bots. They just gotta pad out the numbers.
I mean, if they don't look too hard and still approve us for sponsoring anyway, that's their problem.
That is their problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still funny to think about. Like anytime I go on my Twitch page, I looked at my fucking following, and like there's so many more people that spent so much more time like doing streaming and shit, and like I'm just far ahead of them. Most of them are probably bots.
Then what? What were you saying?
Like I have I think it was like damn near 300 followers on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure like 80 and like 70% of them are probably bots.
Oh yeah, totally. Not to say I don't think you could get a following, but it's just the prevalence of bots.
I have a small following. There's like a total of like 5 or 6 people.
It's something.
That's a following.
But yeah, the bots, bots are going to take over, just like we're talking about here.
You gotta start out small.
The dead internet theory, folks. It's happening in real time. Even though, after talking about this whole meta AI thing, they have immediately stepped it back. After seeing all the backlash of people and their outrage because, again, who wants to be dealing with bots? Who wants to have fucking bot followers made by the goddamn company posting AI-generated bullshit? What do you know? Turns out that's not a good thing that people like.
Well, I mean, if they go about it a different way where they just don't say shit.
Right, if they just don't say they're bots, people will probably be... They'll be mad when they figure it out. But like if you're on dating apps, most of the people on dating apps are bots. Shit, there's entire dating apps where the dating app system is built to make you pay for their subscription to unlock the ability to talk to a bot, and they're just bots. But they seem very human, Mike.
So a dating app where you pay a subscription to talk to an AI.
That also exists, by the way.
That's a concept I'm struggling to fucking grasp. What the that does not make sense to me.
Yeah, it already exists. Carmichael uses one of those apparently. But the other thing I'm saying is like a lot of apps with high ratings, because they get bot farm rated through China or whatever. If you look through the reviews though, the 1 stars, people will be like, yeah, I paid to unlock my people that were looking at me or whatever, and I was messaging them, and they're just bots. And a lot of times they are.
Yeah. I mean, usually you just look at their fucking profile pictures and they're just like, okay, this is someone like way the fuck out of my reach. This is not real.
Right. Well, also there's like on Tinder specifically, they have certain like message build types. So like it'll be like recently, just today when I woke up, it was like, I'm a med student and blah, 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 blah. And then like my Instagram, and then that's it. And like, usually if they refer you to another site, it's their bots. Usually, not all the time, but usually.
I mean, I've seen a few profiles like advertising OnlyFans and shit too.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is like, they're not there to date. They're just there to advertise.
Yeah, I've actually like I saw one that was like the only thing they really had was like their OnlyFans. Like the first thing I did was I asked them, "Are you just here to advertise your OnlyFans, or are you actually here to talk?" And then she fucking blocked me. I was like, "I don't have a problem with you having an OnlyFans. I just want to know if you're actually here to talk to people or not."
Yeah, are you real or are you just botting? Answers are botting, probably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's rough out there.
The dating world fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do definitely see that a lot. People having difficulty finding real people, and then even when they do find real people, getting them to getting to have an actual fucking conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm the poster child of that shit. So many girls self-delete themselves on the first date as soon as I ask who's going to pay the bill. That's it.
It's like, are you gonna pay for your part?
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah, I just met you. You know, this is our like coffee date. I mean, I'll pay for coffee dates a lot, but
Mhm.
well, whatever. I'm like,
but you shouldn't still be like expected to. It's like maybe on a second or third date, maybe.
Yeah, I
the thing
could see
is
that.
that you shouldn't be expected to. And then if you bring it up, they shouldn't be offended.
No.
It's just a question. I'm just asking a question. Very simple question. And some people disagree, but
It's like
the
you're-
female side of my Facebook chimed in and they said that, yeah, talking about it's okay. Like some people are, you know, mad about it, which is understandable. But they said, you know, they said if I invited somebody out, the general consensus was, or most consensus was, if I invited them out to a date, I should pay. And
I can understand.
that's more understandable. But I think they were coming from the thing of like, I knew the person. So I explained further to most of those people and said, no, I met on a dating app. This is our first time meeting. And everyone was like, oh, then yeah, everyone should pay for themselves for the first time meeting.
Yeah,
because you're not, you know, you're just meeting them, make sure they're not a serial killer and you don't know how it's going to go, you know, whatever. And then if you go for the next date, you know, maybe you pay and then you also, but also discussing that on that meet for the next date is completely reasonable.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable at all. I mean, also, because you definitely get a lot more dates than the rest of us here. How often is it that you run across where a woman will be like, hey, for our first date, let's go to this very expensive place? Does that happen to you a lot?
No. The women I end up meeting, never like ask where to go sort of thing. Yeah. As a guy or whatever, always got to pick. And as a general rule of thumb, I always pick like Starbucks, things like that, coffee, because the biggest pro tip for everybody out there trying to date, coffee date's good because all you can do is talk to each other. There's literally nothing else going on. So like you can weed people out pretty quickly by like talking with them over coffee or tea or whatever. Doesn't have to be coffee. I don't drink coffee that much, so
yeah, it's understandable, and it's also just something very cheap that everybody can afford. So there's not such a huge imposition. But one thing I have to ask, since we're talking about this, how do you handle income disparity?
that's the weird. That's the hard part. I don't know. I kind of don't exactly. So when I ask and I bring it up, I understand my position, my socioeconomic position, and that I'm going to be probably higher than like 95 or more. Honestly, it's a high number than most of the people I go out on dates with. There's nothing wrong with that. But, when I'm still expected to pay for everything, kind of bothers me a little bit. Like, I understand. Of course, I make way more money than you, and like, I can afford it. I get it. I'm not saying that's unreasonable, but really the thing is, you just want somebody to help, also put in effort. For me, relationships to me are kind of like a team. People put in effort on both sides. Like, even if, it's the little things, even if you show like you make handmade gifts, like you're artsy or whatever, you can crochet or whatever, like anything, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be money. It could be whatever.
Yeah, just something to show the other person's affection for you, even if it's not in a monetary fashion.
Right. You're trying, you want to do stuff, you want to be a part of the unit, that sort of thing.
You need something to show you that it's not just one-sided.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable at all.
Right. And so like, as far as the disparity goes, specifically income and things like that, I'm okay with like 80-20 or shit, even 90-10 really. But just like the person making effort and trying is nice. Like there's some statues over there. They were going to be by a fine woman that I was dating for a while. And we went and met for Valentine's Day. I shared her a Amazon list. She's a perfect example of what probably a good woman is. Honestly, it sucks that I didn't continue that and was not in a correct space for that relationship. But she worked a shitty job at a taco place. She didn't make much money. But still, whenever Valentine's Day rolled around, I only expected one because they're like $20 or something like that. She rolled up with 2 with some candies and some other stuff like she baked for me. Like it was really nice. And
Yeah.
I was surprised because previous to this, some women have done some of these things, but like we weren't super going steady yet. Like we were just starting to ramp up and like date properly. Like we had met each other a bunch before we were starting dating. Like we're going real slow. We had been talking for like a year.
Oh, wow.
So it was nice. And in hindsight, I know like obviously hindsight's 2020, so it helps. But yeah, she was a very good person, and I just not experienced that really since then.
Mm.
Most of my dates get filtered out first date or whatever.
And as most of them want to like the more traditional relationship where you are the provider and do fucking everything.
Yeah, that's the weird trad thing that everybody like. It seems to be marketed. I think it's on more
It's definitely
conservative
big.
culture.
It's definitely a big thing on TikTok, and yeah, like I said, it's certain culture for trad wife, such.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. Like I said, I want it to be a team. I want them to help, something, and not even just to help me. Obviously, I don't really need the help, but really help themselves. Like, if we were to split up or whatever, obviously, I'd want that person to still be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely think, for me personally, it's important to, when I look for, dating someone, I definitely want to find someone who has, ambition, goals kind of thing.
Drive.
Yeah, exactly, drive. Because seeing people out here who just have no drive, no ambition, no will to improve themselves and do better, it's fucking tough. So I'm like, how am I supposed to, be with a person like that? I'm always looking to, generally try and find better jobs, better things, try and improve my life, at least in some ways, go places, see things, etc.
Self-improvement, betterment, enriching oneself, all these things.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think that's unreasonable to ask.
Yeah, and another thing on the same topic, as far as teamwork and stuff, you should be able to support each other. Like each person should be able to kind of support themselves. But I mean, we all experience times when we're down or where we're doing something, something happens, we're depressed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to be able to help offset and kind of semi-rely on them, during those times. You should have somebody that's like that. It's hard to find, really, at least for me.
I mean, what about you? What do you look for?
I kind of stopped looking, to be honest, at least for now.
Hmm.
Like I haven't really even fucking thought about it.
Fair enough.
When you were looking,
Uh,
a pulse?
honestly, like just someone that's more extroverted than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that balances me out.
That definitely helps.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've had better experience with the people that are more extrovert than me. Even, sorry, even though I'm more extroverted than most few people, somehow, even though I'm not, but I definitely seem that way, I guess, compared to you people.
It's like
I mean, you're
like,
definitely more extroverted.
I would want somebody that would like get me out of the fucking house,
Yeah, that's kind of how it was
Mm-hmm.
with me for some of those. And like, it helps because most of the time I don't want to go out and do anything. And a lot of times I'll still say no, but there's sometimes I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I have a good time
Yeah,
most of the time.
I'm fine with going out. Generally, I mean, as long as I know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to make everyone here come out sometimes. When you do karaoke again.
Yeah.
Or here, whatever.
I mean, we need to get. Did you get the machine, or do we still need to get it?
No, I need to. I thought I was going to get something. I was waiting for Christmas to make sure
Yeah, true.
my family didn't get something. But yeah, I'm going to get the 2 wireless mic system. I'll
Okay.
show you in a bit.
Yeah. We'll have to look at that so we can do some karaoke here.
Yeah, because, if we're already going to pay for using YouTube music somewhere or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, not even YouTube music, just fucking YouTube straight.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, that was bad.
Start doing
That was
fucking
pretty bad.
karaoke streams.
I don't know about that.
So we're talking about karaoke. So we went to this local karaoke place in K-Town. And we're like, okay, cool, yeah, because we've been to a bunch of them, and they usually have, systems, you can go pick from a book of the different songs or whatever. Some of them are better than others.
That one had a system before. Like,
It did.
we went there like a week or two before. I think me and somebody else. Was it Little Boy? Was it you? I don't remember.
Not a little boy, because I don't think when I went with y'all that there was a working system.
No, yeah. when we went there the next time, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
So yeah. So whatever. Their system broke. So they're like, yeah, we're still gonna charge you full price for this, of course, because why wouldn't we? And then you just fucking YouTube music, or you search on YouTube with this iPad and just put it in fucking music video queue. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Really? You're gonna have we could do this at fucking home, and you're gonna charge us full price for this bullshit because your system doesn't work.
It's about the experience.
It is a
Even
cool
if it
place,
failed.
at least. The
Yeah.
themed rooms were cool. I like that one. I mean, we can always go to round one. Round one system always works.
Yeah, round one systems, there's no problem.
The other problem
Almost
is, though,
great.
a lot of the systems don't have all the songs. Like, I listen to, more new songs, and
Mhm.
they're just not in a lot of the things. There's also always the classics, but then, singing the classics every time is meh.
Yeah, exactly. You want. I mean, you're always listening to new stuff, and you want to be able to sing it.
Right. We're always going to sing Pokemon every time we go, though. And, like,
mean,
what else
there's,
is there? Welcome to the Jungle,
Classic.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, those are all the songs we always sing
Yeah.
every single time.
I mean, there's
You
also,
have to.
There's
There's a
also,
rule.
There's also a thing where we don't listen to like pop music.
I
Like,
mean, I
really.
listen to a fair bit.
I used to.
But it's
I'm
like
aware of pop music.
I mean, you listen to a lot of like alternative type shit.
Yeah, that's true. I do that.
Like there's you'll find like maybe one or two songs by a given artist, and it's never the song that you want to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I just hopped in this man's car, and he was listening to Lizzo.
I did have Lizzo playing.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my god! Wow, that's pretty bad.
Even I know. That's surprising.
I don't listen to popular music.
Yeah, clearly.
It's like the most popular person that I even just kind of listen to in passing is Post Malone.
I mean, he's super popular.
Yeah.
I don't listen to his music.
You listen to Bring Me the Horizon. They're pretty popular.
Oh, now they are.
Yeah.
They've been for a while.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, Bring Me the Rising, Asking Alexandria, Avenged Sevenfold. But it's
Yeah,
like,
all those are relatively popular. They're not specifically pop music. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're not the upbeat, but they are still popular
Yeah.
in terms of their mainstream. There we go. Mainstream. That's the word we're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like mainstream, like metal type music. But I mean, like, not like compared to the pop people. There's not a shit ton of people listening to metal music, at least in comparison.
No.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is just
She's,
Taylor Swift is the pop.
I was
singer
like, yeah, she
currently.
is it. She's the whole fucking industry.
Gross.
I mean, some of her songs are good. I'm not gonna knock Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie, but I like some of her music.
I mean, I've seen some of like somebody like cut out the like just the lyrics to like it's like this is why people enjoy Taylor Swift, and there's just like lyrics, and it's like the lyrics are pretty all right, but then you listen to the like I listen to the music, and I'm just like I don't give a shit about this.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm not connecting with that.
I mean, I'd have to
I don't like the pop
sound.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't like the pop formula, I guess. Even though it's used in a lot of like punk bands and shit, like fuck, I forgot what the band's name is.
No Doubt. That's a punk band that's that way.
I have to look it up.
But No Doubt's old.
Yeah, yeah, they really are.
Right.
Let me see. What am I listening to more recently?
Man, we just covered this last podcast.
We did just cover this last.
Well, we covered the year in review.
Yeah.
Not what we're listening to recently. Although my recent listening made me in the top.
It was a day to remember. Like a lot of people pointed out that they use the pop formula for the most part for their music.
I don't know what the pop formula is, but it's all about symphony. The way music flows.
It's mostly the strong structure. I wouldn't be able to tell you offhand, but
Yeah, that's the symphony. That's the.
Alan probably could. He took music for a couple of years, right?
I don't know.
You
I mean,
said,
he was in band.
He
He
was
was
in
a
band.
band kid.
Oh, Talon, yeah. Talon would be able to, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He knows music theory, theoretically.
Better than us, at least.
Yeah, I don't know shit. I just know how things sound and flow and feel. I feel the music, which is the main part of like existing.
Mhm.
Helps you go to clubs and hang out. I really need to go to an EDC thing. I need to go. Who wants to go to EDC Vegas with me? A week of just Vegas
And
and
that's the
electronic music.
whole EDM festival, right?
It's the biggest EDM festival in America, baby.
Dude, it's one of
Not
those
that big
things
of
that I
an
want to
EDM.
go to at least once in my life.
I want to go to. Get money, fucker.
Like EDM music is this. I can listen to it, but I'm just not that into it. It just doesn't like I like music. Like I said,
It
I
just
like
doesn't jive with me.
exactly because I like music I can sing along to. That's a big thing for me. If I can,
So, a lot of EDM music is like more like singing and shit now.
Nowadays, it is. There's a lot of singing in some of them.
you
can definitely
you
sing.
might need to give me some recommendations then.
Yeah, I would say New Tiesto's got a lot of good singing stuff.
Mm.
So some of it is just instrumental
Mm-hmm.
with the beeps and boops and bops, and I like
Right.
that. But yeah, no, there's some with featuring different artists, and some of them are really good.
I mean, just off the top of my head, like two EDM bands that like singing their work is like Half an Orange and Fox Stevenson.
Never heard of either of
As I
those.
said, I've never heard of them. I'll have to check them out.
It's like I'm pretty sure I've tried to show you Half an Orange at some point, but I don't. No, it's
I don't recall.
I might have. I definitely tried to show Nick the music, and he was like, eh.
Well, that's
But-
Nick as well.
Nick's weird about music.
Yeah.
I really don't like. There was barely anything that I could show him that he would actually enjoy, unless it was like whatever you would like the anti-depression music, like the very happy, like good for you music.
Happy hardcore.
Well, he liked
Yeah.
he liked metal stuff like Sabaton and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Glory metal, I think is what it's called.
But it's like most of the bands that I listen to, like they talk about like a lot of emo shit, and like he could not listen to it because it just made him depressed.
Weird.
Right?
I mean,
Music does make you feel things.
yeah, music does make you feel things. That'll be our quote for 2025.
It's like, oh yeah, you want to you're depressed. It's time to throw on some like 3 Days Grace.
Just fucking speedrunning his way.
Speedrunning the Kurt Cobain lifestyle.
Yeah. You got to talk around it.
Instead of foot in mouth, it's shotgun in mouth.
Exactly.
Oh, well, now you've done it.
It's like
I didn't say the word. As long as you don't say the word, it's fine.
right.
Mm.
It's 3 Days Grace, Linkin Park, just shit in that genre.
As that say, so
Hey,
his
listen,
playlist.
that's my
His
playlist.
playlist right there. That man.
Hey, now, don't call me out.
Fucking love 3 Days Grace.
Same.
I kind of want to see him live at some point.
I thought they broke up.
I mean, they're I know their lead singer left, and then they got the new one. But I mean, that was a long ass time ago. I'm pretty sure they're still doing shit. I've seen them pop up in my TikTok feed.
Yeah, but I don't know if they do concerts anymore. I haven't seen them
That's-
pop up in a while.
That's the funny thing. Like the concert that popped up on my feed was actually like they had the old singer and the new singer.
Oh.
Yeah, they're doing shit together.
Interesting.
It's strange how similar both of them sound to each other, though.
That's probably intentional. You want to keep the same kind of sound.
With the correct auto tune, a lot of people can sound similar.
Yeah.
Unlike everyone being upset, speaking of Linkin Park, about the new chick singer.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty bad. Is she still firm on quitting fucking Linkin Park? Because I actually enjoyed that.
Was she firm on quitting? I
Yeah,
thought
she was saying
gonna
that
stay.
she was going to quit because of the internet outrage about it.
Really, I didn't hear that. they are touring, and she's still a part of it. I think they were going to come here to Dallas. I was interested.
So it sounds like it's still going then.
Yeah,
Maybe I'd have to double check, or we can bring it up.
she was getting like death threats and shit because of it.
Yeah, people were super upset.
Yeah,
To be fair, it's like me and my mechanic were talking about. She sounds different on the songs where she tries to sing Chester's stuff. It's meh, like it's not great. But the new songs that came out with her are good.
yeah.
Like
It's
Emptiness Machine is really good.
It's almost like those songs were actually made for her in mind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes sense.
A lot of people were talking about too that this was like the only way forward for Linkin Park because like they couldn't get like someone that sounds like Chester because it would just be they wanted to grow, not just
Yeah, not stagnate and keep the same kind of sound.
yeah.
It's reasonable.
Because also they didn't think fans would appreciate that. It just like replacing Chester, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they're still already like that. They're upset about the
Yeah,
trends.
The internet's always going to be
like
upset. The
this
internet gets
anyway.
upset over everything. That's why I think their opinion should be fucking downgraded as far as relevancy or as far as like level of care.
I don't know, man.
Not to disregard it entirely, just
The internet
reduce
is
it.
our fans. They are our people.
Looks
I mean,
like
yeah,
3 Days Grace is going to be on tour this year.
Oh, cool. But are they touring in Texas?
I mean,
If they don't stop by Dallas, they're bad. They probably will.
They probably go by Houston.
Everything usually stops by Dallas at least. Dallas is a pretty big venue.
Yeah.
Dos Equis theater or whatever.
Mhm.
Pavilion. There we go.
Yeah, they got a new single out. It's called Mayday.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to check that out later. Hopefully this ends up being like a whole album.
It usually is.
See, tour.
Oh, yeah. We got a new album on the way for Linkin Park.
Doesn't look like they're going to be in Texas.
Damn it.
But they're going with Disturbed and Seven Dust.
Ooh. Too bad that's not coming to Texas, though. I would love to see all of that lineup. Fuck me.
So
Where's the closest?
Let's say, yeah, where's
Oklahoma?
the closest?
Maybe? Hopefully? Please?
Let's see.
Please? Oklahoma, please?
Let's see. IDCOMOWIMN.
What?
MN is Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota would be the closest, right?
Hell no.
No.
Minnesota's up north
very
near where Michigan and shit is.
Yeah, it's like Great Lakes, ain't it?
I think so.
So Minnesota, Wisconsin?
Sounds
Still
like they're
far.
just touring the north.
Yeah, it sounds like they're just
No.
up there.
Follow us in your area. Yeah, it's not going to help me. So I guess we're going to fly out somewhere to go watch and go see the concert.
I don't know about this weed business.
Yeah,
You don't got money.
Apparently they went on a concert. They got a few from last year. The Boardwalk Rock had Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Nickelback, and Shinedown.
Damn, that also sounds pretty good. Was that at Kima? Because it said Boardwalk Rock.
I don't know where that was exactly.
Like Galveston or Kima, maybe.
Ocean City, MD.
Oh, Maryland?
I think so.
Yeah, that'd be Maryland.
Who the fuck? I wouldn't go to Maryland for that shit.
And
It sounds like they're touring smaller places.
It's weird, yeah. They're like just sticking up north. Maybe they live up there now.
Yeah.
and it's pretty big bands too. They also went did a concert with Alice in Chains and Mammoth WVH. Isn't that the band for the? I know that name from somewhere.
I only know like half these names.
Right? Also, Def Leppard's old as shit.
Right.
When you were saying that earlier.
I've heard of Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, Dead Poets Society is a big like emo band thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mammoth. Who is that?
I don't know who Mammoth is. I thought you were gonna say Mastodon. I'm like, oh, Mastodon's lit.
You sound fucking familiar. Who are you?
Anyway, didn't find any information that anybody was saying about the Emily for the new singer. You know, it didn't talk about her quitting or anything, which should have.
Yeah, so I guess she's just going to continue being the singer, which I mean, yeah, makes sense.
It is a job.
There's no way that's right. That weather down there, 2 inches of snow.
What?
I don't believe that.
I don't know. Let's see.
2 inches of snow down here in Texas?
I mean, it's supposed to
It's gonna get
freeze
cold.
all week.
Where the
It is.
it is here.
Oh, shit.
So,
Oops, I just doxed us. Oh well.
no good. Now they know.
It is in Dallas. There we go.
Yeah.
Just mark it. I'll fix it.
We're in the Dallas area.
Well, yeah, I just say Dallas because it's easier.
Yeah, DFW, the Metro.
I mean, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't really fucking matter if they know what city we're in. It's not like they're gonna fucking unless Rainbolt gets on us somehow.
I mean, shit, we post a picture of the fucking, like, half-empty sky, and he'll be like, okay, that's right there, this street right here.
Actually, they won't be able to figure it out. The clouds obscure stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, dude, as soon
Rainbow's
as you
a
guys
fucking wizard with that shit.
you guys post a video with the fucking Walmart drone, Rainbow would be able to find us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just that one picture from within the backyard of just those houses in the back. He'll be like, it's right here.
Like it probably wouldn't even take him that long either. Like he's fucking stupid with this
The
shit.
man's a fucking genius when it comes to it.
Is he? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, some of his, it's so funny. I was watching one of his videos. He's like, proof I'm not cheating. Where it's like, I'm just gonna, he's like, he can't move, he can't, do anything. He can only just see the one picture, and he's just pick where it is. And like, that looks like, Sahara, and it looks like right about here. And what is it like? Fucking like a mile away.
Yep. Nope. Thursday. So snow.
Wow.
Neat. I mean, it's gonna be low, bro. Look at how fucking.
No. I was like 22.
It's gonna be cold. I thought we were supposed to have that this weekend.
No, it's this week.
Is it? Oh,
starting on Monday.
He like in I think he was with Ludwig at the time. He was explaining like how he looks at it completely different than the normal person because he's looking for key things like
40%. Damn, that is happening.
Ooh.
Like what does the sky look like? Like can you see the fucking Google car? Shit like that.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't even think about. I know like he's
Well, you use it like a sundial. Like there's a lot of stuff that you're talking about that I could look at it and probably do the same thing.
But like
I'm just not that particular brand of autist, but I am kind of, at least in the detail like absorption. I'd have to like start learning star maps and how the fucking sun relates to stuff. That's what it is. It's all like locations based on stuff.
he's read like a lot of documents. Like there's pages of documents for just like each country has like a giant stack of pages for him that he just reads through, and that's how he learns the shit.
Yeah, I mean I've seen like he's like, okay, I looked at this tree, this foliage, and it looks like something like this, and then he's like, but it could be this or it could be this, and then he narrows it down, and it's fucking Thailand or something or Indonesia.
Yeah.
Is he the one that does the GeoGuessr stuff?
Yes, that's what we're talking about. It's all the GeoGuessr stuff.
You know what's funny? Half the time I watch his videos and I like guess some stuff. I at least get country right. I don't get its like specific location, but I can get pretty good.
I mean that's all
close.
That's all you're really looking for is country.
Yeah, but I mean I know one of them. It was literally in the middle of the fucking Sahara. Like there's nothing but no identifying features, and he's like, I think I recognize that, and he just zooms in, and it's like, to this one random road in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because he's just spent so much fucking time playing the game too that like some of the shit will pop up and he's just like, I've been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah, my autism is similar to that, but not on that level. I also don't do that all day.
Just like he looks at the curb, it's like black and white striped curb. That's South Africa, and he zooms in. It's Joburg. Zooms in. What is it? Joburg. Like 2 streets off.
It's like one of the videos. He like spawned into a fucking theater. Is like, this is gonna look really bad. These motherfuckers are gonna think I'm cheating, but I know where this theater is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his videos are something to watch.
Oh yeah, one of the I watched there was a live stream of Ludwig and I think the black dude with the dreads, I forgot his fucking name, but like they were doing a live stream where they were just like trying to get the viewers to figure out like where they were, and then like they barely gave out any hints. Apparently they gave like 2 small hints of where they are just by with the camera or whatever. And Rainbolt calls them like a little bit later. He gives them their exact coordinates. And he took his Ludwig's camera and fucking threw it. He's like, this motherfucker's tracking us.
Jeez.
The insanity of Rainbolt is hilarious.
Yeah. Definitely, that man is unmatched in GeoGuessr. So yeah, snow next week. I am not prepared for that.
2 inches of snow. I think we're all going to be camping at your house again.
Nah, you probably won't lose power here.
Nah, we're going to run. With how often we lose power just from like rain and shit.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it was that bad.
I mean, the last thunderstorm that came through, like our power went out for like, I was at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah. You're probably sleeping near the time. But I woke up to the thunder and I looked around. I was like, everything is off now.
the house is quiet. It shouldn't be quiet.
There should at least be a fan running.
Yeah.
We usually don't lose power that often, though. We lose power not during storms. We lose power after, just like randomly, for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I see it on like my Tesla app for the batteries. It's like, yeah, randomly I'll lose power for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not that I see anything, except sometimes when it's really bad, all the lights will turn on. And that's the only way I'll know something happened.
Yeah, the smart lights when you turn them off, turn them on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, it's usually not too bad. Most of the time it like blips, but doesn't turn stuff off. But it makes my UPSs fucking bitch and turn off. Like the ones for the server rack just die.
Oh. Sounds like you need more.
Yeah. I'm not just more. I just need new batteries, I think.
The power at this house is less stable than the house we lived at previously, I would say.
Really? The McKinney house?
Yeah. We didn't have a lot of power outages. What'd you do?
Mark.
For what?
Because I said a city?
Well,
I mean, there's a
yeah, but McKinney's fine. We don't live there.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't
still
live there
Dallas.
anymore. It's fine.
We can talk about where we used to live. Maybe.
I'm sure it's fine.
Fun fact. That's that. If you buy my data with my username, you'll probably find that information.
I mean, probably.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what came up whenever I did like a search on myself.
As people like go all the way back to these podcasts just to narrow down where we fucking live.
As I say.
I mean, we say Dallas all the time, so.
Yeah. But I mean, the metro is big.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we refer to where we live, we have to say Dallas.
Yeah, I usually do. I have up until I said, because I called it out and I was like, shit.
Can't narrow it down that much for them.
Because like I said the town and I said we're 2 miles away or something from Walmart. Like that's doxing, bro.
Within wing
That's
delivery.
That's super doxing. Yeah, I don't know what wing delivery's range is, but even still.
Apparently not fucking large.
Oh, I think it's like 5 probably.
I get, but why don't they ship to my house then?
You're not within 5 miles of the shop.
I feel like I am.
I'd fucking Google it and measure that shit.
I'm about to do so.
There's also the question of how many Walmarts actually have access to that shit already.
Ours. I don't know if there was an ad, but I didn't see what looked like drone facilities. Ours has the weird fucking caged in area and stuff, which is Jerry showed us is where they launch from.
I mean, I feel like most people that like back when I was doing the DoorDash shit, like the stuff that you guys got delivered would be like the normal like Walmart order.
Really?
Yeah.
Just this little piddly shit?
Yep.
Oh, well then, with your knowledge, it may be more accurate than I thought.
I'm just past like 3 miles.
I mean, shit.
It doesn't work for your house?
Nope.
The most common.
How far are we?
A mile and a half.
Ew. So maybe it's 2 miles.
Maybe, but still, I mean,
That's incredibly short.
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's a lot of houses around.
They're really, I mean,
As we're just full doxing ourselves
As
in
I
this
say,
whole segment.
the only real like houses is like your whole subdivision. Past 2 miles, you really lose a lot, is what I'm saying. That's a really short.
Maybe they're just
range.
trialing it and they'll extend it.
Maybe.
Probably.
After they figure out. Because the thing is, drones only have like 30 minutes of battery or something like that.
There's also the connection range as well.
Oh, no, those can
That's
go.
the thing.
Those can go miles.
Yeah, like fucking DJ.
I was like, DJ, I
you
can
can
go
always go
fucking
like 25 kilometers or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I can fly a drone from our house to like, what is it? Like past Planet, like into Richardson or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me. We need to ride around. I need to launch a drone from your car, and we just need to drive around. so I can go play with it. I need somebody to drive while I fly the drone with
Mhm.
FPV.
This is bullshit. Wing unveils new delivery drone with increased payload capacity. The same round trip range of 12 miles. Bull fucking shit.
So it's a 6-mile range.
Yeah. 6-mile radius of the base. So I was like, so why don't I get... Yeah, oh, and it is a 3-pound capacity.
Well,
Is
they
that
didn't even fucking put 2 pounds in there. So
Yeah.
How many pounds is a fucking 2-liter?
good question.
Can you
You can equate fluid ounces to pounds. Yes, that's what you're saying. Because fluid ounces is, I guess, fluid weight, right? Or fluid volume?
I guess it depends on the density of the fluid.
No, yeah, fluid ounces is supposed to be weight.
So a 2-liter is 4.4 pounds.
Oh, then no.
You can't even get a fucking 2-liter delivered. What the fuck?
Nope.
You see, they need to fix that though, because we need to be able to order a fucking 2-liter Mountain Dew and Doritos.
I feel like that's fair.
It'll be 2 deliveries.
I don't understand how the drone can't. The drone's airframe is fucking massive. Again, I keep saying the DJI can handle more and it's smaller.
I mean, maybe like what you said, maybe they're like AI based and they don't actually have pilots.
No,
Like,
I'm sure
AI
they don't.
would get fucked up by the weight.
Not really.
As I say, if you're gonna do something like that, you're gonna program it to be able to handle such a thing if you want it to.
Right. The most concerning thing I noticed, which I don't know if I caught on video, when we released the video showing it, whenever it retracted, it didn't fully retract the line. And I don't know if have you been with me when we played Arma? Who's all played Arma with me? I know you have.
Yeah.
Have you?
I played a little bit, but not much.
Were you guys ever with me whenever I slung load a vehicle or something and shit whipped it into the rotors? Because that happens. So
I don't think so.
the same logic applies with physics with a fucking dingle dangle thing.
Yeah.
If the drone like stops abruptly or moves any direction abruptly, that thing will just go whoop and then get caught and just destroy it.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was like, wow, that's concerning to look at. Not for me, but for the drone.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I mean, not even just stopping. I mean, what with the winds up there? I guess once it's moving, the winds will drag it consistently.
Physics. Yeah.
The other thing is too.
It might be why it's got so many different rotors. It has to, because like the hex rotor and the octa rotor drones that are like commercial and prosumer or whatever, they have the ability to lose a whole motor and lose a whole fucking propeller and still fly. So maybe that's why it's got fucking like 10 verticals.
You know, the other question is too, it's like how they like how are you going to trust your customers not to fuck with the drone?
The drone's much higher than you.
Not when that fucking cable drops?
That's true.
Like as soon as that cable dropped, I was just like, I could just grab this right now.
That's fair. And also the bigger thing is like people just shooting at it and doing other stupid stuff, which is federally illegal, by the way. Don't do that. But yeah.
We don't actually own the airspace above us.
You do, kind of. You have a legal right to the airspace and
I mean,
below
yeah, if you
the
own the
ground.
property, you do have. So you only have below the ground rights for such a limit if you don't own the mineral rights.
Well, you automatically own the mineral rights.
No, you do not automatically own the mineral rights. Like when I bought my house, and maybe whenever you bought your house here, is if you, mine specifically says I do not own the mineral rights.
I don't remember mine saying that.
So it might be something to check out. As far as that's below the ground. As far as above the ground, you own airspace above you to indeterminate limit, but quite a lot.
I think it's essentially infinity, kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
The thing is that there's federal rules about planes and things and aircraft, which a drone is considered an aircraft by the FAA because that's how they took the drones in and started managing them. Because whatever. So we never split laws for drones specifically because this is government and they're not going to fucking do anything unless they really should. To be honest, it should be governed by separate laws. Completely honest.
Yeah, probably, but it's just easier just to apply existing laws.
Right. Well, it's the lazy way. It just all right. We're going to take drones. We're going to consider drones aircraft. It's the reclassification. It's the what is it? The thing where they're allowed to reclassify things. The final ruling thing. I forget what it is. APA. I think it's APA.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was reclassified, which is why now you actually have to take lessons, and I think you have to like get a drone pilot license from the FAA to fly a drone.
You have to be like certified or some shit. Honestly, I feel like it's bullshit unless you actually like plan on flying it that high.
I kind of agree. I think like for the problem, it's weird. So I agree with you. I think like if you're below like a couple 100 feet, like and you're not within air lanes, like airways,
Yeah.
which by the way, the drones have chips in them to stop them from going into those. Like if you because the GPS chips,
Unauthorized areas, right?
yeah, they some like a lot of them will not go in there. They will turn around like other stuff like that. So there's systems in place that would work against that. So if somebody doesn't have a license, like they should be able to fly probably like within 200 feet, unless they're near an airport. That's the difference,
Yeah.
the differentiating factor.
Yeah.
Like I should, without a license, I should be able to fuck with the drone in the backyard.
100%.
Generally,
The
yeah.
problem is like it gets into a weird space where you can invade other people's privacy, and people do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hell, insurance companies were doing that. Insurance companies were using drones to spy on the people they were insuring to be like, oh, that person has a shed back there. We're not going to cover them. Or there's a pool or just something. Anything they could use to either raise rates or deny coverage.
Yep.
I mean, that should be fucking illegal.
Well, I mean, they can also just do that with, I mean, like Google Maps, flyover pictures.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they could do that.
they update those like once a year. So,
Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, I think at least yearly those are updated.
It depends on where you are.
Right.
Because, I mean, if you're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
But there's so many aerial photography going on. Like you could just contact somebody and buy them. They're apparently not
Yeah.
that expensive or hard to find.
You could, but I don't. Apparently, I guess for an insurance company, it's easier just to take a drone versus just buying.
They probably paid somebody. They probably didn't do it, and they're not going to do it themselves. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They paid somebody.
I mean, insurance companies do have investigators that, whole job is just to be like verify the authenticity, and they will hire.
Mm.
They'll hire like PIs and such to follow you as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, like say you were injured quote unquote, and so the insurance company might be like, okay, well, we're going to put a PI on that person to follow them to make sure they're actually injured, and they'll just follow someone for like a year or two to be just like, yeah, we took pictures, yeah, they're still injured, or we took this one picture where they were standing up, clearly they're not injured, and then boom, denied.
Mhm.
Insurance
Wild.
companies will do anything other than fucking provide you goddamn coverage you paid for.
Yeah, this is why I retitled the last episode. I was like, the honey scam, the insurance scam, insurance and healthcare scam. It really kind of is. We did cover that. I didn't remember what else we covered. And I was like, and then the fake Willy Wonka thing, and then there's like end of year interview. I forgot what other main topics were. But
Right.
And talking about the insurance stuff, free Luigi.
Yeah, free my boy Luigi.
Luigi. I wouldn't say free him, but I don't know. Meh.
Jury nullification. There, I've already excluded myself from all future juries. Yeah.
Why? Because you said the term.
Yeah. If you know the term, you're not supposed to be a part of a jury, theoretically.
Mm.
So, folks, for those who don't know, the term jury nullification is basically, it's not something they'll ever tell you, because it's not something you're ever supposed to use. But it's basically saying, we understand that he committed the crime and did such a thing, but we still want him to not have any punishment, essentially. So they'll just say, even if they know dead to rights, guilty, they'll just say not guilty, and it's over. He can't be tried again because of double jeopardy, and that's jury nullification, where we know he did it, we don't care, we're letting him go. And if you know that term, then you aren't supposed to be a part of juries. It's illegal to go on a jury specifically to do jury nullification.
Yeah, it's illegal to go with the intent. It's not illegal to go with the intent to inform people as an option.
I don't know.
Legal.
You'd have to ask a lawyer.
I would have to go read the law. If the law says, if your intent is that, you're like, well, good luck in proving intent in court, fucker. Also, again, if you just intend to inform people, it's different. Information isn't a problem, and it shouldn't be. And if you're sued for informing people, then I would argue that's a First Amendment violation.
I mean, jury nullification is kind of like implied.
What?
It's it's a thing that's implied that you can do.
It's not though, because the judges, whenever you go to court, whenever you're part of a jury, a judge will give you like instructions to be like, do this, do that. Here's our expected outcomes: guilty, not guilty, etc. They will never tell you this because again, they don't want that to happen.
Well, it's like, but you have the option of saying guilty or not guilty.
Yes,
True.
you have the option of saying guilty or not guilty.
And all it takes is one for a hung jury.
And all it takes is one for a hung jury, but that just means they'll do a retrial.
Yeah, no,
Jury
but
nullification is you unanimously say not guilty even if they did it.
Yeah.
And then they can't be tried again because double jeopardy.
Well, that's the thing is they try to make you give you a unanimous decision one way or the other because it has to be unanimous either way.
It does have to be unanimous one way or the other. But again, jury nullification is not supposed to be a thing, or not. It is a thing, but it's not something they'll tell you about to use.
But it like what I was saying though, it's like it's kind of like an implied outcome, like something that could happen. Where you just
That's not how implication works, by the way.
Then what would be the word for
it's
it?
a possible outcome. Implying means you go into it with the intent or something like that, which is the illegal part.
The implications.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but the implications.
It's like everybody knows that it's a possible outcome, even if it's not like written down.
They don't, because again, the rules are given, and again, you also forget juries are made up of normal people,
Of regular people.
and also juries are made up of the most normal people that usually the prosecution likes. Because if you have any inkling of any relative level of intelligence, most of the time, if you have any opinion on anything, you get thrown out.
Well, it's both. So you have, so generally, a prosecutor and a defense attorney will have like jury objections or whatever, where basically you have a limited number of people you can remove for whatever reason you want. So you don't like their hat they're wearing, whatever. You don't need a reason. You can just be like, and jury number 25 is struck.
So that's actually an interesting thing. It's not limited.
No. I'm saying that there's two ways. There's the one where it's not limited, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Where you can just be like, I'm going to strike them, and no reason needs to be given. And then you can't strike someone, like, you can't strike a person for being black. You can't, use race, sex, gender, etc. to strike someone.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So they'll get around to be like, well, they'll just, strike them because the clothes they wear or something kind of thing. So you've got strikes that are unchallengeable, that are just, you strike them, they're done. You've got limited number of strikes where you have to provide a reason for striking them. And both sides have it. So, a defense attorney will be like, okay, I'm going to try and find, juries amenable to, my client. Maybe they're a successful business person who got on the wrong side of the law with some white collar crimes. So they might try and find other, older white people who are also businessmen, so that way they can relate to be like, I don't want to see my fellow businessman in jail for something that I might do, or something of that nature. There's things. And then the prosecutor obviously be like, well, I want to find the most hard ass person who loves the law, or loves cops or something, etc. If they've got a police up there.
Oh yeah, they pick cops.
They love cops.
That happened in mine. But they struck everyone almost, and they had to go to the next group of people. That's what I'm saying. They can keep doing that. They can just keep pulling people.
It is possible.
That's why I said it is
everybody.
infinite. Right.
It doesn't happen often, but it can.
If they really want to that's the problem, is like they get, I guess I would say the prosecution gets home field advantage because they have, they do have to prove their point, but like in the eyes of the prosecution won't bring something that they don't think they're going to win, which is, they don't think you didn't do something against the law.
So what you're saying is if you want to be there, you have to act dumb as fuck.
Partially, yeah. You have to not have an opinion. So if they ask something, you just don't answer. Like, because that's what happened most of the time, at least on the two that I've been a part of for jury selection, which was a pain in the ass because, like, I invalidated myself in the first question, probably. It was about somebody was speeding, basically. It was mine. And so they're like, who here is sped? Everyone raises their hand. And I'm like, yep. And like they didn't pick anyone, but they picked the police officer, who actually I knew was a family friend of ours. So it was funny. Oh, you muted me instead of yourself.
Yeah, did the wrong. You're fine.
Anyway, yeah. And so they picked the oldest lady who like said she never sped. They picked the police officer because he's a police officer.
Yeah.
He'd uphold the law or whatever. That's the idea. Just all this other stuff. But yeah, like 99% of the people got invalidated, and they only picked I think 3. So they were going to have to go to the next
It's
group.
like, I don't think there's there might be a few, but like majority of people, like you go, because technically even if you go 1 or 2 over, that's speeding.
I mean,
yes.
I don't know a single fucking person that goes exactly the speed limit or under.
They are out there.
They do exist. They're very rare.
They're usually the older people.
Yeah.
Or if you're drunk. If
Yeah,
you're
but,
drunk,
like,
you go the
even-
speed limit or below.
Like even when those older people were younger, though, they were probably speeding.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't. Some people are super good news. Some people are lawful good.
To a fucking fault.
That's
Yeah.
what lawful good is.
Fucking people.
Yep. That's what the like hero was it syndrome of the hero like complex is.
Yeah. If everyone's super, nobody is. I know you've been playing, sure enough, I've been playing a lot of Wasteland 3.
I have seen that pop up on the fucking Steam a few times, but
It's a good time. I mean, I really do enjoy a lot of those. What would I guess it's not a CRPG. I guess it would be, yeah.
I mean it's closer to like Fallout 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's similar to Baldur's Gate in the same sense, you know. You have a party, and you're going around doing missions, exploring things, etc., etc. Exploring the waste of Colorado.
I think it's a tactical RPG or a turn-based tactical game or whatever. It's one
Yeah.
of those things.
Since there's gunplay and etc. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Because I really enjoy those kind of games. You know, just go out there, have your team explore, etc. Although I keep getting into places where I shouldn't be, where I am under leveled for, and I did that recently. It's like, oh yeah, I'm level like 14, walking into level 20 place. I think it'll be fine. No, got my ass fucking handed to me. Half my
course.
team wiped on the first encounter against like 3 goddamn enemies.
I mean, is it like Final Fantasy where you can just grind out shit before you go to the next area, or no?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you can go to other places and just yeah, you can go grind out.
Okay.
It's funny because the game has a mechanic to keep you from the high level places with radiation. Basically, if you have radiation, you're getting hurt. You're not supposed to be there.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I definitely saw that message and then just hit ignore.
Yeah, like for me lately, I've been playing the Stronova, of course, but I've been playing a lot of porn games. I've been going in itch.io and just I hit the adult filter and I'm just like, all right, gonna play these visual novel type games.
I mean, Itch does have plenty of those games. That is for sure.
Yeah. Problem is that there's only a few of them that are actually like good, whereas like you enjoy like the characters and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the ones that are just like, go subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, that happens a lot where they'll put the demo out there on Itch.
Bro, that's how Newgrounds used to be with Zone Tan. Did you ever play the Zone Tan games, or is that just a me and Jerry legacy?
I don't think I did. I
was
play a
gonna
lot
say,
of the
I've
dating
never heard of
sims, back in the day, though.
Man, you never heard of the Teen Titans sex?
Oh yeah,
Any of that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's Zone Tan.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Also, I thought you knew Zone because Zone and like Melody and all them exist together.
I did not know that. All right. I didn't know
Yeah,
that
there were
was
a group
thing.
of people that just hung out and bullshitted a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who Zone even is. I'm sure somebody does somewhere.
Well, I mean, I feel like majority of people in our age group have at least somewhat seen those animations in existence.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, probably.
I mean, who didn't beat their schmeat to their favorite cartoon characters?
Gotta get that. Gotta show me that Shigo animation.
I was gonna say, there's a reason why I like the girls I like, and yes,
Shigo, Raven. Who else is there?
the chick from Danny Phantom, I forget her name.
Yeah,
Sam? Samantha?
Yep.
they crafted us into the people that we are.
Yep. Oh, and then Total Drama Island as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking alt girls, man. Dyed hair,
Emo,
piercings,
alt,
tattoos.
all that stuff, goth,
Mhm.
whichever. I mean,
Oh yeah,
There was a type.
there was definitely a type, and they infected us with it.
that's why you see the meme of goth mommies and all that shit.
Yeah,
Goth
Mhm.
IHOP, like all that shit.
yep.
Yeah.
It's all up in my fucking Twitter feed.
I saw one of those pictures recently. That's Was it the Tomboy Outback? And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that too. I'm down. Somebody needs to actually make a like that thing. You know,
Like a goth Hooters.
something. Can't use Hooters though. Taken.
I mean,
you can't use IHOP and all that other stuff. I don't think.
Oh, the Hooters is dying. I'm pretty sure.
And this is
Yeah.
a way for them to we need femboy and goth Hooters.
Oh god damn it!
This is how Hooters makes a comeback. All right, bring in the goths.
Something.
Does Hooters even want to make a comeback, or have they found their like, late 50s white guy who just goes there to drink and stare creepily at the women?
I mean, that's the thing. Twin Peaks exists.
That's their target. As I say, that's Hooters' fucking target demo.
Same with Twin Peaks and any of those type of places.
Yeah, it just feels sad.
Yeah, I don't know. As the guy who's been to, I mean, I used to go to Twin Peaks. We used to eat lunch there on Fridays for one of the groups I was with. They were older dudes. They were all single.
I forgot what you
talked about
It just
girls.
seems kind of pathetic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Going to these kind of locations just for that. I mean, I don't know.
This goes back to all right. Let's go back into that topic because we were talking about it before the show. We're talking about like women and men and this everything that they do. I'm gonna let you finish first though.
I was just gonna say I saw a YouTuber like go around. He went to a bunch of restaurants and like rated them for their whole like their theming,
The atmosphere.
Yeah, their atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
How the customer interactions with the waitresses and shit. And the two best places that he went to were Twin Peaks and that Mexican place you brought up. I forgot what the fuck it's called.
Is it Ojos Locos or something?
Yeah. Those two places had the best food and also the best interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Ojos Locos does seem pretty lit. They have pretty good reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten there.
Have you?
Yeah, it was a fucking work lunch from the people with Raytheon. They're like, yeah, let's just go over here.
Dude, I told you that it's the same. That's that TI shit.
It's so funny too, because when I went there, like, because it was me and then like three older gentlemen on the team, and it's so funny because my coworker, she made the comment just like you guys gotta stop staring at these women. Just look at Kenneth. He's just casually glancing by. You're not staring creepy. I'm like, Jesus fuck.
Get called out.
Little did they know.
Little do they know. But it's just so funny to hear her say that comment. Just like, yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying not to stare. Yes.
I mean, that's how I was when we went to. We did the same thing at TI. We went to Tight Ends, and yeah, nice scantily clad women. They're beautiful women and stuff. But I'm the same way. But that's because I don't know. This goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I guess I have. Maybe is it more respect for women? I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, there's also the thing where like a lot of the women that work at these places, they want the attention.
Some of them, it's just a job.
Yeah, exactly.
A little column A, a little column B.
But I mean, they know that they're getting the attention regardless.
Right.
So.
That's one of those
absolutely.
things is that I've known people that have worked at places like that and were like meh about it. And I'm like, well, you picked your fucking job. Like,
Yeah.
you knew what you were getting into going into it. Like,
Right.
I have no sympathy for you.
I bet you a lot of the girls think it's funny, like just watching like guys just like invert their gazes at the last fucking second and shit.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like I
Not a
said,
woman. Don't have a view into the woman mind. I mean, obviously, I don't have successful dating, so.
right. And restaurants are definitely not something that I would care to patron.
Yeah,
What,
you
restaurants?
want to hit up them dickstrants?
Or just, I guess I just say restaurants,
Yes,
yeah, and then
restaurants.
restaurants.
I mean, is there a gay version of that?
I think in some places.
As I
mean,
said,
there
I think
has
the
to be,
closest
right?
would probably be like what, Chippendales?
I think so. Yeah.
But is that even around? I'm pretty sure they went bankrupt.
Did they?
I'm not 100% sure.
It's not a here thing for sure.
No. I think it's up north.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I think that'd be the closest. But there definitely isn't something like specifically. I guess
Do it
I
live.
guess, I guess
Search
we'll
live.
do the googling.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've always experienced it and like it's nice to go look and go hang out. I treat it differently. Like it's funny because I think my coworkers were saying that, like, bro, are you gay or something? I'm like, no. I was like, I like looking at women, like anybody else, but like these aren't my women. Like it's different. It's a qualifier. If they want to come sit down and talk and hang out, I'm down with it. I mean, I'm just chill.
Yes, thank you. I totally wanted New South Wales.
Chippendale, New South Wales. That's also interesting. Didn't know there was a place actually called Chippendale. Leave it to Australia.
Yeah. I
Look at all
guess
those names. Royal Prince Alfred Hospital.
Yeah, well, the Australia, the colony.
Oh, they have a Baja Cantina. Interesting. A place called Spice Alley. Jazushi. The fuck.
I don't know.
Weird.
Sydney.
All right, Sydney.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think
It exists anymore.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Apparently there's a place called Tallywhackers.
Yep.
That's
another
probably
one.
what I was thinking of.
I don't know if it's still around though. I don't see any posts from like recent.
Restaurant. There you go. Oh no shit. It's permanently closed.
Permanently closed.
But it was here.
It was here in Dallas.
Wow.
Shit.
Shit. And we didn't even
That's
go.
funny.
When did it die?
Great question. Apparently it opened. Apparently in 2016.
Oh, it's old as shit then. Okay.
It opened in 2015, closed by 2016.
Really?
Ooh.
Only lasted a fucking
To
year.
be fair, look at those reviews. 2.7 out of 5.
I mean, what do the reviews say though? That's a real
It's just
question.
gonna be complaints about the dudes working there, I bet.
It's either that or just terrible food.
Maybe. It could be bad food.
'Cause that's one of the things you need decent food for people to actually come back to these.
Yeah. Let's see. So here we go.
There's so many 1 stars. Should just click the 1 star.
See what people were complaining about.
Parking atrocious. Okay. So it'd be a minute. Okay, so there was
Yeah, it looks like there's bad service.
menu pricing, limited and expensive.
So they kind of just failed as a restaurant. Gotcha.
That one said they're very nice and polite when coming in. The wait for the tables was 45 minutes.
Oof.
Jesus.
They were seated in 30 though. Nice.
Oh, I guess I said it was a new restaurant. Yeah, because it's right around the time they're opening.
So yeah, the server just left and forgot about them. Oof.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yep. And then just food quality, like it looks like somebody was saying that they just didn't get, there was not a lot of food options and stuff.
So yeah, limited food options, expensive, and service could be better.
Right.
It's like if you're gonna do something like this, you have to fucking do it good. I'd imagine.
Right. And I mean,
What's up, fuck boys?
what's going on?
Yep.
And I mean, like bar food and such is not hard.
No, super easy.
And even then, like the fucking standards for bar food are low, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Jerry would know like about that with me.
Yeah, we made the shittiest bar food at the end of the road.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's right. You guys, that's right. You full switched to that. I forgot
And
about
there's the
that.
funny thing where it's like you have to have a certain amount of menu items, but those menu items can be like 1 bowl of chips, 2 bowl of chips with queso, 3 chips and salsa.
Wow.
Memes.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
I'm good.
You gotta fucking hop in on that shit.
I can if that's hooked up.
It is.
It is. It exists connected.
Yep.
It's connected.
Well, I gotta go medicate the stupid thing before anything else.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, it did exist. It died within a year because of a number of bad reviews of poor food quality, poor service.
Well, I say poor food quality, but like poor selection of food and pricing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily poor quality.
Yeah.
It just seemed like poor quality service, and then like food options were bad. There you go. That's the words.
Mm-hmm.
Which will kill any restaurant,
Yeah,
no matter what
absolutely.
they're selling or their thing is.
Man, poor Ken is not able to go to his version of a restaurant.
True.
Yeah.
We can make
Oh, well.
it. We can do it better. None of us can be a part of it, like in it.
Oh, fuck no.
We can be management.
we could work the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh shit. I mean, yeah. That
We have to be hidden like way in the fucking back though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could clean up and be bartender probably. That's about it. I wouldn't be a server. I
No.
couldn't do it. Also, I'm like that level of autistic with remembering everything in details, but I never wanted to be a server. I'm not that personable.
Then we gotta dress up Jerry, and then he'll be a server. Just
Yeah, Jerry could be the femboy option.
Yeah, exactly. Since you guys probably didn't hear that, Jerry yelled out no over the balcony.
Yeah. No, it'll be funny. We'll have that'd be perfect though. So instead of just like what they were doing, we could have like the femboy option, the guy wearing the femboy skirts and all that. It's beautiful. All right, there we go. The gang opens a new a Dickstraunt or whatever. I don't know.
It's like we it's like half the restaurants femboys, the other half's chads or some shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, that would
like
work.
bodybuilder types.
That
Work.
would work.
There's a demographic for it.
There certainly is.
It
Oh
got,
boy.
I don't know that, but you'd get because I always see that in comments a lot of like women going to like gay bars and such and just taking over. It's like it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing when you have a fucking bachelorette party, just going there to ogle all the guys who are just trying to have a good time, and these women are coming in and pawing at them, just like this ain't your place, bitch. Get the fuck out.
I mean, that happens everywhere though, with any type of person. Men do that on the opposite side to women in clubs, so it works both
I
ways.
mean, from what I've heard a lot of the guys they don't mind it as much as the women though.
Yeah, I think that's mostly. I mean, that happened to me. When I worked at Poco, I was like in my dishwashing duds, like where I fucking wore an apron, and there was just drunk cougar that just wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, bro. And like it got to the point where we had jokes about it, but there was male auction nights where we were like auctioning off our dudes, and like
What?
yeah, that was a thing. I don't know if Jerry remembers. I don't think Jerry was there for those.
It's like
There were
date nights or
nights.
some shit,
Huh?
like auctioning off for like a date or some shit.
Something like that. It's mostly like for jokes and stuff. I don't think it was like for real dates or anything, obviously, because
Yeah.
that'd be weird. But yeah, I think it was like for charity or something like that. It was weird, but yeah, I
I've seen
definitely
that be a thing.
I had this dude was with this drunk lady. I guess she was attracted to me or something. But like she was asking me to take pictures with her. Just I was doing my fucking job. I was like outside restocking like a bar or something. And then I'm like, hello. And she's like, yeah, can you take a picture of me? I was like, I guess. And then the guy comes over and he's like, oh yeah, she wants to take a picture. And he leans over to me. He's like, yeah, she's really drunk. Like you could just do this, you'll make her day. And I was like, all right, fair enough. Like when he talked to me, like I was chill about it. At first I was like, this is fucking weird. And like, I don't know if this lady's going to fucking murder me or what's going to happen or what, like I'm down for cougars and stuff. But like, I was like, was I 18? 19? I was pretty young at the time. So I was like, I wasn't too much into it at that point. But yeah, no, I
dragged you over to the fucking bathroom.
no. But yeah, she was just like, being weird and whatever. And it was just, it was an odd experience for me. But, the guy was super chill, like cool about it. He was obviously very drunk too, but he was like me when I'm drunk. Like he could just talk and like, be a normal person.
Yeah, more with it.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, he's like, don't worry, I'm going to act like I'm taking pictures. Like, I'm not going to take any pictures. Like, and if I do, I'm going to make sure they're deleted. Like he was real cool.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he was super cool. I don't know what their relationship was, but whatever.
Swingers, maybe.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if they were together. I think he was like a dude friend. Could have been the gay friend. I don't know. She was very like, just really drunk and out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely an interesting experience.
Was she getting like handsy and shit or no?
Yeah. She wasn't touching my junk though, but she was like touching me or like trying to or whatever, like getting all huggy and stuff. I was like, okay. If I had more alcohol in me, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
And weren't working.
Yeah, that too. That was the most awkward part. I was like, I'm working. I'm like, I got shit to do.
Right.
My
You're
boss is
working
going
at a
to come re at
restaurant.
me.
You're working at a restaurant. Your job's to entertain the guests.
Not mine. I'm a fucking dishwasher. My
He's a
job's to sit in the
busboy.
back and do nothing. I wasn't a busboy. I was a dishwasher. Different. My job was to be in the back washing dishes.
I mean, you were out front.
Well, yeah, because I was doing something else. A dishwasher just means like you're the guy, you're the bitch boy, you do everything. That's basically what it was there.
Mm-hmm. What's the difference between that and a busboy?
Because the busboy specifically works in the front of the house,
Mm.
and at the time, the busboy was a useless pile of shit that did nothing. Not even his busboy job, basically.
Yeah, the busboy is usually the one. He collects the dishes and wipes off the tables and shit after the guests leave.
Yep.
Okay.
He just takes the dishes to the dishwasher and then that's it. And then he just bullshits. That guy specifically just sits at the bar and does nothing.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a useless pile of shit.
So what were the
His name was Nick, by the way.
were the waiters fucking doing his job for him or some shit?
I don't know. Jerry, you remember Nick?
Yeah,
Little Dick. Right. So yeah, the answer is yes. I think a lot of the times the waitresses were still doing his job when he was a busser. Like he just didn't do shit. Dude was lazy as fuck.
God damn.
Yeah, he was a pile of shit.
Fucking people, man. Fucking people.
Right.
Yeah. Is it too much to ask for people to do their damn jobs?
Apparently, yes.
Well.
For certain people, some people.
Yeah.
So you could have just went in through the curtain. Yeah, it's fine.
It all works.
It'll all make a turn.
How did that get over there?
Him. I think he put it over there, and then he put it over there.
Was
You should probably put your Steam Deck on there, or on your Steam Deck.
yeah.
Isn't that the whole point of that? Yeah, you might want to mute him before he does anything. Oh, did you mute it? Oh, it's muted on board, so you're good. Did it? I didn't hear it too much.
I didn't hear shit.
Okay. Well, I guess I heard it, but I guess none of the mics picked it up. Good.
I heard it. I'm the only one that matters.
The funny thing is, now that Jerry's here, like, how long have we been recording already?
I don't know.
An hour and 40.
Yeah, here we go. So we got 2 episodes. Let's go. Kind of. This one, the first episode that we're about to end off will be short, I guess.
That's fine.
Yep. You ready to start speaking or no?
Yeah, other than that, I don't really know where to position this ever.
More into your face.
Yeah, angle it more towards you, like the mic itself.
You just push
Physically.
push the boom into your face and push the mic towards your face.
Just figuring out a good position for it. The only issue is I don't think that camera is not positioned for all of us anymore.
Oh, you're right. So anyway, Marcus, real quick, please, sir.
Mark.
Alrighty, and that concludes this episode of Speak Easy Unfiltered, and we're gonna move right along into the next episode. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you on the next one.